What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cafecito and Kane show. I know I'm like a day late with this. I like to usually do my post-game thoughts and all that stuff Sunday morning, the day after Miami plays. But I was actually, as I said in my last video, I took a little weekend trip with the missus to Boston, which we just got back from. I'm actually talking a little lower right now because she's off taking a nap. We didn't get much sleep last night, early flight, but no, we're back home now. Fun trip. Got to check out Fenway Park for the first time in person. So just as a sports fan in general, that was really cool. Game got rained out in the seventh inning. It is what it is, but fun weekend overall. Had never been to Boston, so pretty cool. And I wasn't watching the game on Saturday or anything. I was pretty confident we were going to get the job done, but was keeping tabs here and there. And later after that, I was able to watch like more of a full replay of the game and just wanted to give you my thoughts on how the team performed. And really overall, not many complaints. Really, the one negative was towards the end of the first half. You did have some mental mistakes by the secondary, allowing a few big plays here and there, which look, throughout the course of a game, it's going to happen. If you turn on tape of like full game replays of like 2001, 2002, 03. Yeah, we were blowing teams out, but you would see a play here and there that we allow like a 50-yard bomb, or somebody would get caught out of position, or somebody would miss an assignment and allow a big play. It happens. The important thing is, do you adjust to it? And we did. Much better play by the secondary in the second half. Happy to see that. Happy to just see our team make adjustments in general, but much less shoring up those weak points within the game and doing it so quickly, which is very promising. That's something we've been missing for a long, long time. Now, TBD, as he usually does, confident, comfortable. He seemed very decisive in the pocket. He was 17 of 24, 220, 3 tutties. Can't complain about that. Most of the damage was done on the ground, though. Leading the way was Henry Parrish, was 139 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 7.9 yards a carry. Not for the game. 7.9 yards a carry for the season. That's all. That's basically 8 yards a carry for the season. I know, we've played a couple of cupcakes, but hey, 4 games into the season, what good team hasn't played a couple of cupcakes? Pretty much every team's resume right now looks like this. Are you ready? One good opponent, a couple of, group of 5, G5 teams that you should take care of business against, and an FCS opponent. Sound kind of familiar? Yeah, that's pretty much everybody's resume so far. And so far, Miami's 4-0. I literally have no complaints. We dominated on the ground, like 330-something yards, or 325 yards, I think, on the ground as a team. Defense, again, aside from the few mental mistakes by the secondary, looked very solid. I thought the tackling was very solid. Leonard Taylor, it seems like he's needed a few games to get cooking, because this is the best game I've seen him play so far, the most complete game. He was consistently just getting after EJ Warner. Just like, it seemed like every other play he was chasing him down, trying to get a sack, just blowing that offensive lineman right off the ball, and forcing that running back to change direction, which is important. If you can disrupt, you disrupt the entire play, and that allows the defenders to come converge and make the tackle. So I think he ended up with a PFF grade of like 82, 83, something like that, which is solid. Anything over 80 is considered like good to great. Anything over 90 is like elite. So very solid performance by him. I think he had like 6 hurries and a couple of tackles, a sack. He filled the stat sheet nicely. He did his job. Great job by Leonard Taylor. And you know what? I think his best ball is still ahead of him. I think it's still ahead of him, and we haven't seen the best of Leonard Taylor yet. I think he's like just getting into that rhythm now. So great to see out of him. If you can get him going, hopefully get Cam Kinchens back in there. Now you got 2 elite players on defense, one at D-tackle, one at safety, 2 very important spots. You got Maui Noah doing his thing in the middle. James back there getting a little better every game. Corey Couch, 2 interceptions. Great job by him. Even though he was trying to jump a route and that led to a big play by Temple, good. And also, I feel like he kind of, I could be wrong, I feel like it was his assignment, that touchdown we allowed at the end of the first half. But he made up for it, 2 picks. I can't complain too much. He was solid. X, another big day, finally got into the end zone. He got in the end zone twice, averaging 14.8 a catch, leading the team in receiving. He's been a stud. This is what he would have done last year if he stayed healthy. If he and TVD stayed healthy, who knows? But whatever, that's in the past. He's leading the team in receiving now. Jacoby George, very quietly, 5 catches, 90 yards. Solid game by him. The tight ends, man, I'm always super impressed by Riley Williams. Always super impressed by Cam McCormick. Hopefully now, coming off the bye week, these next couple of weeks will give those guys that are a little nicked up a chance to rest up, get healthy. These 2 weeks right here are valuable. Because, Nigel Kelly, I heard or read that he was, part of team warm-ups. He was fully dressed. I don't think he played, but that's a good sign. He's kind of on his way back. You got Mesidor and Dean still on the mend, but, they'll be 2 weeks closer to coming back by the time we have to take the field against Georgia Tech, so that's good. Mark Fletcher got back on the field. That was big. Hallelujah for that. Let's see if I'm missing anybody else. Matt Lee and Henry Parrish went down with, looked a little concerning, but Mario Cristobal came out and said that I forgot the exact wording he used, but didn't seem to be that serious. From every other YouTuber, every other thing I'm reading, they're kind of going off of that. He was able to walk off the field under his own power. I'm talking about Matt Lee, of course. So he, hopefully he's good. He's very important to this offensive line, not just, and important to this team. He's a leader on the field, and I feel like he's the brain of that offensive line. If he goes down, we could have problems. But thankfully, by all accounts, it seems like, at least for now, a couple days removed from the game, Matt Lee is, whatever he sustained, it's not that serious. So hopefully we see him right back out there against Georgia Tech, because we certainly need him for this ACC run. Now, speaking of center, Rodriguez went in there and played really well, I thought, in a backup role. So, hopefully we, maybe we have a little more depth back there than we thought. So we'll see. Hopefully we don't have to find out, but we'll see. But all in all, blowout win, 41-7. We got out of it relatively unscathed. Nothing too crazy as far as injuries. It's a physical game. Little nicks and bumps and bruises are going to happen. It's part of it. But I just want to say one more thing. 2 more things. First of all, that run defense, yeah, we had our mental mistakes in the secondary, in the pass game. But man, that run defense, we're only allowing 1.9 yards per carry. That's phenomenal. Again, I know we've played a few cupcakes, but 1.9 yards a carry when you're missing a good chunk of your starting D-line, that's impressive. That's a nice turnaround. We're averaging 43.8 points a game as a team on offense. And our defense, get ready for this, our defense has allowed 50 points total for the season. We've played a quarter of the season now, 4 games. We've allowed 50 points total. That's 12 and change per game. Again, phenomenal. Great job so far by them so far. Me likes what I'm seeing. We're going to get a little bit more of a test against Georgia Tech. The ACC run now begins. Nice little week off here to get rested, get healthy. And I think they just announced that the Georgia Tech game will be at night. It'll be an 8 o'clock kickoff. So that's going to be a fun atmosphere at the stadium. The team certainly earned it. The nighttime slot. Hopefully the fans show up because it's at night. You'll have that nicer weather. We're heading into October now. It's going to be a little cooler. The tailgate's going to be popping, I'm sure. Please show up. I know I'll be there. Show up, bring the energy. This team deserves it. They're playing well. They're playing their asses off. Go bring the energy, because Miami is 6-1 in their last. I know we're not playing a ranked opponent, but they're 6-1 in their last 7 home games against ranked opponents. Why? Because we bring the energy. Those are good crowds usually. So bring a good crowd. I think we'll lock that one up pretty quickly. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you haven't already. Go Canes. Have a good day.